Daniel took everything: the clients, the name, the brand. He even tried to poach my personal contacts. I was left with nothing but pain and confusion, but instead of drowning in bitterness, I made a choice. I had a small but growing business, and I needed help to expand. That's when I met Daniel, a man who came across as intelligent, confident, and ambitious. He spoke my language: success. I believed we shared the same values and vision. So I gave him a 30% stake in my company, hoping we'd build something great together. At first, everything was perfect. We worked late nights, closed major deals, and celebrated every win. Our clients trusted us, and money started flowing in. I thought I had found not just a business partner, but a brother. But deep down, Daniel had other plans that I couldn't see through his charming smile. Slowly, small things started feeling off. He'd make deals without consulting me, transfer funds without explanations, and avoid meetings about financial transparency. When I asked questions, he'd laugh and say, "Trust me, I've got it under control." Against my better judgment, I stayed silent because I wanted to believe in our. One morning, I walked into the office and found out that Daniel had changed all company passwords, removed my access, and informed the staff that I had stepped down. My heart sank. I was betrayed in the very company I founded. He had been planning this takeover for months, and I had unknowingly given him every tool to do it. I tried calling him, but he ignored me. My lawyers said it would be a long fight. I lost contracts, clients, and credibility overnight. It felt like my entire world collapsed. I sat alone in my empty office, staring at the walls, wondering how someone I trusted so much could be this cruel. Daniel took everything: the clients, the name, the brand. He even tried to poach my personal contacts. I was left with nothing but pain and confusion. But instead of drowning in bitterness, I made a choice. I would rebuild from scratch. I told myself, he may have taken my company, but he'll never take my will to rise again. I started small again, working from my living room. No fancy office, no staff. Just me, my laptop, and a dream. Slowly, I began reconnecting with old clients who still believed in me. They'd say, "You're the real deal, not him." That trust gave me strength to push forward. In less than a year, I built a new company. I didn't just match what I lost, I surpassed it. I learned from my mistakes, managed my business with wisdom, and never let greed guide my decisions. I was back on top, stronger than ever. But Daniel's story was far different. While I was rebuilding, Daniel was sinking. His greed led him to make reckless investments. He underpaid employees, overpromised clients, and overestimated himself. The same clients he stole from me began leaving him. His empire was built on lies, and lies don't last forever. Within 2 years, Daniel's company collapsed. He was in debt, his investors pulled out, and his reputation was shattered. I heard he had to sell his car just to cover rent. Karma didn't just visit him, it stayed. The man who betrayed me was now begging for help from the very people he once mocked. One day, Daniel called me. His voice was shaky. He said, "Can we talk?" I met him in a small cafe. He looked tired, broken, and lost. He said, "I messed up. I shouldn't have done that to you." I looked him in the eye and replied, "You didn't just betray me. You betrayed yourself." As I left that cafe, I didn't feel anger or satisfaction. I felt peace. I realized that forgiveness isn't about letting someone off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from hate. I had already won long before he apologized because I chose growth over revenge. I learned that success built on deceit will always crumble. Trust is not a weakness. It's a mirror of your own integrity. And betrayal, no matter how painful, is sometimes the best teacher life can offer. I became wiser, stronger, and more careful with whom I share my dreams. My new business thrived because it was founded on honesty and passion. I made sure to treat every partner and employee with respect. I didn't chase shortcuts. I built relationships. And in doing so, I created something far greater than a company. I built a legacy. Every time I look back, I remember that partnership gone wrong. But instead of regret, I feel gratitude. If Daniel hadn't betrayed me, I might never have learned what real leadership and resilience mean. Sometimes what feels like the end is actually the beginning of something extraordinary. Now, I share my story not as a victim, but as a survivor. People often ask me, would you ever work with a partner again? I smile and say, yes, but this time I'll choose wisely. Because life isn't about avoiding betrayal. It's about mastering how to rise after it. My greatest victory wasn't rebuilding the company, it was rebuilding myself. Money comes and goes, but peace of mind and integrity are priceless. I learned that real success is measured not by wealth, but by how you treat people on your way up, and how you respond when they try to tear you down. Today, my business stands as proof that honesty still wins. I mentor young entrepreneurs, teaching them to guard their values as much as their profits. I tell them, the world will test you, but never compromise your integrity. It's your most valuable asset. And as for Daniel, he disappeared from the business world. Some say he moved away. Others say he's trying to start over. I don't know, and I don't need to. His story ended the moment he chose greed. Mine began the moment I chose forgiveness. Never let greed blind your vision. The one who cheats others may rise quickly, but will always fall hard. True success requires patience, integrity, and gratitude. Partnerships are like marriages. They need trust, respect, and shared purpose. Choose your partners wisely and always protect your values no matter the promises. And finally, remember, karma never forgets. What you give to others will return to you multiplied. So give honesty, loyalty, and kindness, and they'll find their way back to you. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring life stories just like this one. Your support helps me share more lessons from real experiences, because every story has the power to change a life.